Hey guys, how's it going? It is Matt and it is Terrifying Tuesday. First and foremost, I do always mean this. I do hope you guys are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk whenever you're watching this. I hope you're having a great time. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing all your faces every day, even the faces that don't like seeing mine, but I still love seeing you guys anyways. And do always look in the description box for more information on the days on the film of the day, such as the starring cast, your director of the film, the runtime of the cut I am watching, a couple of trivia things if there's anything worthwhile of mentioning, and then a link for a trailer or a scene from the movie. 9 times out of 10, it will be a link for a trailer. There's only been a few times where I have run into the problem of not finding any links on that one. But that's okay. Anyways, let's move on to today's movie. Today's is really interesting. Like I said, it was a canon classic. This one's released by Kino Lorber at this point, which I am a fan of their stuff. They do release some fun stuff like Rolling Vengeance, Cannibal Apocalypse was one I really liked. Deranged is another awesome one they released. There's The Park Is Mine. There's so many good ones that I can name off that I have from the Kino Lorber line that I thoroughly enjoy and that I highly recommend. But this one is definitely one of those. I do recommend it. It's what I would call a B slasher. It's not quite A-list. It's definitely it tries really hard. I do give it let's give it a B plus because it tries so hard and it has so much heart. It's definitely worth the watch. That's for sure. It's none other than Savage Weekend. Holy crap! I have been tongue-tied all day. This is like my 10th try of doing this video, and it's just been a roller coaster ride of things to say and twisting over my own tongue and tripping over my own feet. You know, that horrible stuff. But like I said, this is from Kino Lorber. But back to this one. I mean, let's get on to the specs of this one as well. This one is, as far as... Oh, open up for me. It is a standard issue press DVD. This is a recyclable case, by the way, folks. If you are not a fan of those, you will get one, unfortunately. Zero reversible artwork on this one. And then as far as your special features go, you got not one, but two, but three different interviews with cast and crew members. You got one with they're all crew or cast members. We got our stars Caitlin O'Heaney, William Sanderson, which that one's a great one, and Jeff Pomerantz. And then of course you got the original trailer on it, and it's a very worthy transfer in my opinion. I am a fan of it. Like I said, I've watched this twice. This will probably go into a rotation of mine where I'll probably watch it once every year, maybe a couple of times. Just depends on my mood for my viewing experiences. Sometimes I like to rewatch certain movies over and over and over again. Do you guys do that too? I know I do. Sleepaway Camp, man. I can't get enough of that movie. And speaking of, I just rewatched it for like the 100th time last night. Anyways, let's get back onto today's movie. This one, now, it says 1981 on the back of the case. You look online, it says 1979 on IMDb. Now, it says also that it was originally filmed in 1976. So, I am very confused which route to go with the release on this one. So, I decided to just go with what the box said, and it says 1981. So, if there's any discrepancies on that, that is why, and do take that take that as a fact there from me. No. But anyways, let's get to see who we got in here. We got Christopher Allport. He does a great job in here. James Doerr, Marilyn Hamlin, Caitlin O'Heaney, which, like I said, she does one of the interviews on here. We got none other than the late great David Gale, which a lot of you guys should know him from what stuff like Reanimator and the Guyver and Singener and just so many other amazing films. The guy had a very, very good career, and this is one I think that gets a little overlooked on his career, but should be looked at a little more because his performance is top notch. He plays like a backwoods mountain man, very grisly, a man's man. He works out in the woods and he chops up lumber and he builds things and fixes things, and he's just a real grisly man, you know. I mean, just one of those kind of characters, and he does a really great job pulling that off. And it's weird to say David Gale did that because most of us know him from, like I said, the Reanimator, and he is not somebody that I would take as a physically somebody I'd be scared of, like physically, that they would do something to me to hurt me, you know. It would be like he was definitely not one that I thought about at those times. And then we also got Devin Goldberg, Jeffrey David Pomerantz. Like, he was one of the other ones that does have the interview on here as well. And then none other than the great William Sanderson, which I most know him for. What is it? Fight for Your Life. That is an amazing film. That one was made in the 70s. That one is one of the UK BBFC Video Nasties list. One that I highly recommend, and I hope someday, you know, fingers crossed, that one gets a nice hefty Blu-ray with some special features on it, because it is a very good film. It is very mean-spirited. It is one that does leave you with a filthy taste in your mouth, because it is the content is just so like raw and in your face, and I do recommend that one as well, Fight for Your Life. And then we got David Paulsen that directed this. He was more of a producer. I know he did produced some Dallas episodes, and then there was one other thing, Schizoid, with Klaus Kinski, he's a madman, was a madman, rest in peace. I think he's deceased now as well. And then there was another director, uncredited. I forget the name now off the top of my head, but I had it going. He has 3 names, but he was uncredited director, so apparently David Paulsen did like most of this. So, but that would explain why some of the spots where it does have some where some of the momentum and the filming is different. You can just tell that there's some different the way everything is filmed, like as far as your cinematography. The acting is still on point, but it feels like 2 different films in places, if that makes sense. Now, what is this movie about exactly? I've gone on for almost 9 minutes, as usual, and have not talked about the movie, the plot of it, which I'd like to not give you a very, very extensive plot, because I want you guys to check this out. I'm a firm believer that if you just get a little taste, you should go in as blind as possible, and that's how you get the best movie experience. I don't agree necessarily with reviewing like the whole movie and to giving away every single thing about the movie, all the ups, ups and downs. I don't really. I'm not that kind of reviewer. I am different, so do take that into mind. But what is it about? It's about a group of friends that are going away for the weekend, that basic setup. They are, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and they are in this like backwoodsy, like Oh gosh, I don't even know what like a mountainous almost. It's very secluded type place for as far as you're filming, and most of it is filmed in one location. There are a couple of as far as I mean, it filmed in one not one one shot in one setting, but it all revolves around this same plot of land. It doesn't change to like city to country and back to city again, back to country. It doesn't do things like that. It starts off in the city and then it starts off in the country for the first couple of minutes, and then it goes to the city and then it goes back to the country. It's weird how this one starts off, and that's where one of the spots where you can really tell the film was different, because you got William Sanderson's character right away picking up a chainsaw that is running. You see our star female of the film, the Caitlin O'Heaney. She is she looks like she's been battered and bruised and just destroyed beyond all belief. And you see him carrying this chainsaw towards her that is a rather large sized one, and it is running. And then it quickly cuts away, and then you find out later what that all had to be, because it ties in with the end of the film. So it tries to be clever on that end, but I don't know if if it didn't really. I feel that's one of the few things that kind of hiccup the movie, and you can really tell that it was the other director type of ordeals. And then we find out that our star character, our female lead, she is in the middle of not in the middle of it, but she has an ex-husband and a child from the relationship, and the ex-husband is picking up the child at one point from the ex-wife. He is clearly very upset, this ex-husband. The new husband comes in, or boyfriend, or whoever he is. I can't remember right now at this moment. But her new partner comes in and is like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And the guy quickly storms out after grumbling some stuff off at him. But very, very angry towards everybody in that scene, which I kind of understand. I wouldn't want to be standing in my ex's house with their partner for extended periods of time. That's just awkward. I would do everything I can to try to get the fuck out of that situation. Oh, Christ on a cracker. But he leaves, and then they and takes the child with. Off to the woods they go. They have one character in here that I really like. He is a gay character. He is actually really one of the best characters of the whole movie, because he is very he's not a stereotype. He is a little flamboyant, but he is not what you would call a stereotype gay actor in a film from the late 70s, early 80s. Definitely far from that. He's very strong-willed character. There's a great scene where he goes into this little local watering hole, and these redneck types are giving him a rough time, and he ends up beating the shit out of two or three of them, and walks away unscathed. And it's very it was a cool scene. I'm not gonna lie, that dude was a badass in that scene. He was fucking him up. But anyways, back onto the movie. But the whole thing about this spot where they're going for the weekend getaway is the husband is having the current husband is having a yacht being built, and that is where William Sanderson's character comes in. He is one of the main builders on it, which he is doing a very slack job. He's kind of a dullard in this. He's not the brightest character there is to the film, but that works perfectly okay. That's what his character is supposed to do. But slowly, one after one, they're being picked off after some weird TNA and some sex. There's a really weird outdoor sex scene that just cracks me up. There's like hardly any, I don't think they say one word to each other really. He just comes up and plops on her and just plows her like right there, and just goes on about his business, just dresses back up and just la di da di da. And she just kind of like went about her business, just like, huh, how's that go? Didn't even say hello and you're already doing it. Kind of weird. One of those kind of goofy scenes. But anyways, as far as any kind of ratings go on this thing, technical side, this thing it's made considering that they had two different directors on it, it is made pretty well. It's a pretty good film. It's one of those I give it a B out of A B C D. A B C D F. I give it a B out of that. As far as on that technical side, is probably a 3. Run of the mill for the most part. There are some little twists and turns in here. The ending, I totally guessed it, but they did a great job with presenting it. I'm not gonna lie, the reveal on who the killer is, the Scooby-Doo reveal, and they pull the mask off and find out who it is quite interesting, and I really liked how they pulled that off. Now, as far as entertainment side goes, oh my God, this thing, it's pretty entertaining. Like I said, the story is really good. You got some awesome actors in here. You got some just awesome characters in general. The women characters are all right for the most part. Our lead is definitely, she's doing a very good job acting in it. As far as her partner, he does a pretty good job too. There's this really like weird scene towards the beginning that they're out fishing with David Gale, and he's barefoot in the boat, and he's going to go jump off into the water and swim back to shore. Blah blah blah. He happens to step on a fish hook, and David Gale it's hooked to the string still, and he just goes. He just yanks it and hooks him in the foot, and then drops it real quick and like, and then like, oh hey, you got a hook in your foot, buddy, and then it was quite a fun scene. It cracked me up. It's one of those that's super memorable about it. But anyways, I'm going to give it a 3 as well on the entertainment side. It's a 6 out of 10. It's a little above average. You can watch this by yourself or with a group of people, and I think you'd still have a good time. Some of it, I'd be very weary on who I would let watch it with you because of the way the story goes, because I can see a lot of people calling this movie stupid or things like that, because it is kind of dumb. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put it down. I'm gonna roll the hell out of here. I got an amazing one for you tomorrow. One that I love to watch at least once a year, and it's full of twists and turns and ups and downs and just round and rounds. It's a crazy one. All right, guys, love your faces.